So I wanted to take a look at a quote from Jaire Alexander after yesterday's game. And the second I saw this pop up last night after the game, I was pretty surprised that Jaire Alexander actually said this out loud. And here's his quote. He said this: "I think at this point it's pretty obvious that the defense has to not give up any touchdowns. I think that's the part of being self-critical of our defense because the offense is pretty young and they're still figuring out their mojo. So the defense, we got to do more to score and stop them from scoring." So, I mean, Jaire being 100% honest here, not really holding back anything. The way the Packers offense has played these past few games, I mean, he's sort of true in this regard. Especially last night, the Packers offense barely got anything going for majority of the game. And the defense, I think, played well enough last night where the Packers, if the offense had played, somewhat good. We even had a chance there at the end of the game to score and win that game, even though the majority of the game there were so many issues on offense and the Packers still couldn't get it done. Jordan Love throws the interception. And one thing we've seen from this Packers defense is against lower tier offenses, the defense looks pretty good. Against the Chicago Bears, against this Las Vegas Raiders team, they look fine. They look like a solid unit. But when we face any mediocre to above average teams, we get gashed on the ground. We got allowed 200 yards to the Falcons on the ground. We allowed 200 yards to the Lions on the ground. And so this defense is definitely going to need to do more, especially in the games where this offense doesn't get going. And I think if we continue to play as we have, against top tier units, if the defense can't play up to those teams' levels, then we're going to have a lot of issues here, especially too if the offense continues to struggle. So interesting quote from Jaire. To be that honest, I feel like typically you don't see guys that honest in the locker room after games, but it is sort of a harsh reality that the Packers are facing right now at this moment. If you guys want to stay up to date with all Packers news, feel free to subscribe down below.